And thankfully here in the state line, we avoided much of the major effects from this winter storm that has blanketed much of the Midwest and now stretching into the eastern U.S. as snow continues to fall tonight. But recapping some of the highest totals across northeast Kansas, just outside of Kansas City where Jim Cantori is, they've had reports of up to 18 inches of snow, and they had blizzard conditions across much of Kansas with some high winds out there. Snow totals started to go down once you head towards Kansas City and towards St. Louis. The highest snow totals across Illinois pretty much got up to 10 inches. However, one of the more impressive things about the snowfall here in northern Illinois, or across Illinois, I should say, is the sharp cutoff on the northern edge of the snowfall. Peoria and the surrounding areas have reported near or just less than 2 inches. Meanwhile, 60 miles off to the south in the state capital in Springfield, they've gotten about 8 to 10 inches of snow. That's an incredible difference there in just a short span. And then as you look even further north, pretty much nothing at all, especially as you get closer to home here. That's because we had high pressure keeping us nice and dry across the area. However, that is changing a little bit. We are starting to get a little bit of moisture coming off the Lake Michigan, actually, and that is helping develop some pretty low quality snow showers that are now being reported at the Rockford Airport. Not accumulating or anything like that, not expecting too much in terms of travel impacts. I think if anything, you'd be worried about if you're traveling closer towards Chicago by the morning, as we have a lake effect snow band that'll be setting up between Milwaukee and Chicago. Already starting to see that a little bit there near Kenosha that you see there right along the state line and then towards Lake Michigan. So that's pretty much going to be the main travel impact, at least north of I-80 in Illinois. You'll see here on Future Track, seeing that lake effect snow band setting up at about 6 o'clock, and then that'll continue through much of the morning. Could be several inches of snow potentially if that band hangs on long enough. So if you are planning any kind of travel between Milwaukee and Chicago, be mindful of that tomorrow. But otherwise, as we're heading back to work or even some of the kids heading back to school, make sure to bundle up. That chilly air is wrapping behind the storm system, so we'll wake up to temperatures in the teens, and then in the afternoon we'll actually kind of warm up a little bit compared to today. We'll be in the middle to upper 20s as we get into a little sunshine in the afternoon. But just the air temperatures is not going to tell the whole story. We've got some pretty breezy winds that'll be kicking up overnight, gusts up to 30 miles per hour in the morning, so that means we wake up to wind chills in the single digits, even near zero at times. But then those will quickly start to climb into the teens by the afternoon as those winds start to calm down as we head later in the day. But the cold is not going anywhere. We're just going to be locked under this dome of freezing air pretty much throughout the week ahead, as you see here, even through Friday, getting another push of Arctic air from the north. So make sure to keep those winter coats ready. You'll see those high temperatures not getting out of the 20s until this weekend at the earliest. And look at those overnight lows in the teens and potentially even the single digits, both Wednesday morning and Thursday morning. And in your most accurate 10-day forecast, though, not seeing too much of a change there. So we're bundling up for the long term, but thankfully we are staying dry. There's a couple slight chances for snow on Friday and Sunday, but also this week getting a little more sunshine there, Sam.